You are looking at a cavern system that defies every rule of ancient engineering. In 1992, a local villager in Longyou, China, decided to pump out a flooded pond. What he found wasn't just water, it was a massive, man-made underground city. Imagine 24 separate caves, covering over 30,000 square meters, carved with extreme, surgical precision into solid siltstone. There are no historical records of these being built. No mention in imperial archives. No tools were found, and most disturbingly, not a single chip of stone remains. How do you carve a mountain out from the inside without leaving a trace of the debris? And more importantly, why would an ancient civilization go to such lengths to build a structure that remains a total enigma to modern science? Today, we are descending into the impossible. To understand why this is a glitch, you have to look at the math. Each cave is, on average, 30 meters high. The ceilings are supported by massive, tapering stone columns carved with uniform, parallel lines that look like they were made by a CNC machine, not a handheld chisel. We aren't talking about a small basement, we are talking about millions of cubic meters of stone removed. If you estimate the workload, you are looking at a project that would have required thousands of workers, operating 24/7 for years, if not decades. And yet, this massive construction project left absolutely zero footprint in the historical record. It is as if the builders arrived, moved a mountain, and vanished without a trace. But the real mystery isn't just the size, it is the precision. How did they achieve such perfect symmetry in total darkness? Walk into any of these caves and you notice something strange about the walls. The chisel marks are consistent throughout the entire surface area. There is no randomness here. The builders used a technique that creates a distinct washboard pattern. Now, in the ancient world, you would expect to see varying depths or errors where someone got tired or lost focus. Instead, you see a masterclass in uniformity. This implies a level of architectural planning and coordination that is almost impossible for the era. If this was meant to be a tomb or a palace, where are the inscriptions? Where is the artwork? Where are the royal seals? The caves are strangely empty, devoid of furniture or utility. It feels less like a home and more like a massive, darkened laboratory or a secure storage facility. But what could be valuable enough to build this? The biggest glitch in the entire story. Scientists have calculated that to build these caves, at least 1 million cubic meters of stone had to be removed. That is a mountain of rock. You would expect to see massive piles of debris, quarries, or discarded stone blocks in the surrounding area. There is nothing. The landscape is natural, untouched. So, where did the stone go? Did they crush it into sand and spread it across the entire province? Did they build an entire city with it that has since been erased? Or, and this is where it gets interesting, was the stone repurposed for something we haven't found yet? If you were a builder, you wouldn't just throw away that much high-quality stone. You would use it. But the lack of physical evidence for the extraction process is the single greatest piece of mystery that defies logic. Some researchers have pointed out that the distribution of these caves isn't random. If you map them out, they seem to follow a deliberate, grid-like pattern, almost mirroring the stars. We see this in the pyramids of Giza and ancient temples in Mexico. But why here? Was this part of a massive, region-wide astronomical alignment project? If so, the scale of this engineering feat goes from local mystery to planetary-scale intelligence. The effort to align these caves with celestial bodies would have required an understanding of mathematics and surveying technology that we usually don't attribute to the region during that specific time period. The glitch here is simple. Why spend this much energy to hide a star map underground? Perhaps they weren't building for the people living on the surface. Maybe they were waiting for something to return. For centuries, these caves were filled with water, which actually acted as a preservation shield. The water prevented the air from eroding the carvings and